Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I have a puppy visitor. Good morning, Luna. I forgot how early, hello again, Luna. I forgot how early I have to get up to be able to do my makeup live with you. This is 100% pure uncaffeinated Katie coming at you at 6:30 this morning, so you're welcome for that. It is Shadow Week. And who knew that you would be so flippin' excited for it? You're just excited for me to talk about anything other than skincare. But joke's on you, because I already did my skincare, everyone, and I did actually take care of the eye area this morning, because it was a little early. So I did my dark circle under eye treatment and some eye illuminator under here. And I have all my other skincare on and ready to go. Now I am going to try my best to do a full face of ShadowSense. The only thing that I do have to get on first is my foundation. So you want to prep your base, your face with whatever you would normally do. Now I think the shadow on my face works a little bit better if I have something kind of for it to slip underneath. So either silk, you could do your color correcting tint and moisturizer, or you can do your foundations. So I'm gonna work with my foundations. I'm gonna stick them on real quick. Good morning, Jocelyn Love, how are you? I'm gonna do my foundations really quick so that we can jump right into the shadows. So the shadows are so awesome. And when I first started using these products, the shadows were actually one of the last things that I used. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Good morning, gorgeous. One of the reasons is actually because I have a decent collection of shadows that I really liked. Now, they didn't stay in place all day, but I really liked the colors. And then the cream to powder thing threw me off at first. I wasn't sure what to do with a tube of shadow, but I am so glad that I stuck with it because this is the only eye product that I have ever used that I can do my makeup in the morning and it will still be in place at the end of the day. Like all of it, 100%, eyeliner, everything. It's not creasing, it's not going anywhere. But also there's some extra versatility to these products that you just don't have with other shadows. And that's a little bit what I wanna talk to you about today. So that was a real quick, I don't know that this is my best foundation application, but you know what? We're gonna go with it because I wanna start talking about shadows. So let me just do a little bit, make sure I'm kind of blended out here. So our shadows, for those of you who have never used them before, are cream to powder. They're gonna come in a tube kind of like this. It's like a skinny lip sense tube. And they can last up to a year depending on how much you're using the colors. Now I personally go through Garnet, Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, and Mocha Java Shimmer a lot faster, maybe like a 4-month period, but that's not too bad because I'll show you what, I use them in so many other areas. So my goal today is going to be to try to use my shadows for contour, concealing, highlighting. Hi Tara, good morning. I want to use it for my brows and I'm going to use it for my eyes. And if I'm not late for work yet, or getting my kids up because it's picture day. And can we not make picture day like the first real week of school? I would really love that. I don't have time for that. But that is my goal. I might try lips too. So Tara and Jocelyn, let me know. Yesterday I did kind of a cool makeup look, all the pinks. Do you want to see another pink shadow full face look? Or would you like to see a warmer look, maybe with some of the coppers and colors? So you think about that. And what I'm gonna do is, actually let me do my concealer first. So when I first started, I heard a bunch of girls did concealer, use their ShadowSense for concealer, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And I think the trick is that you need to have enough moisture under your eyes. So I'm gonna pop on some of my eye illuminator under there. And what I'm going to use is the color Candlelight. If your skin is a little bit paler, or in the winter, you might want to swap back to Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, or you could use Mocha Java if you have a deeper skin tone. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of my Candlelight, and I'm going to take a sort of a round fluffy brush like this. I'm going to get it off of the wand, and I'm going to just dab this around my nose where my skin gets very red. And look at that what I will say is that it stays in place so long. Now, if I'm kind of doing a glamour evening thing or I have a lot of time, I'm still gonna go back in with my concealers and play with those because I can do a little bit more mixing and blending with them. But for a girl in the rush, like this is just amazing and it doesn't go anywhere on me during the day. So first thing that I'm using these shadows on is as a concealer. So I love, my chin gets a little red. I have a little breakout down here from the other day that's kind of healing up. So this is my Candlelight and I'm just using it in the areas where I'm kind of prone to redness. And I love it actually under my eye. And then this is another thing. So watch this one. For those of you who have Shadow Love and you maybe you invested in one of those like Urban Decay Naked palettes and then good for you, girl, because that stuff's pretty cool. But it's not staying in place for you. Grab your Candlelight, grab your Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and or just Sandstone Pearl and give yourself a base on your lid and any of your future other powder shadows will stay in place a little bit better for you, which is really nice. I still love these shadows, but I have a couple that some kind of fun colors that I had from before. Although now they gave me a purple and I don't need it as much. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of this underneath my eye and I'm using it to kind of prime my eyelid and just even it out. So this is Candlelight and that is sort of one use for my shadow. Did I get all my, I mean, you can be a little bit there. It's a little bit less glamorous, but okay, so see how I kind of canceled out a lot of the redness there? So that's kind of nice. So Candlelight or Sandstone Pearl, great primer colors and also great concealer colors. So that's a wonderful way that you can use it on your face. So I am gonna do contouring and I know that this scares some girls, but this is super easy contouring. And it's just to show you that you can do it with the shadows and it's gonna stay in place for you all day. So kind of hitting the face first. I'm gonna use Mocha Java, not Mocha Java Shimmer for this. But if your skin is deeper than mine, you could go very light on Garnet. If your skin is lighter than mine, what you do is just use less of this product. And you'll see it's not super dramatic, but it does kind of make a little bit of a difference. So the places that most people typically would contour is a little bit up by your hairline. That's gonna help to kind of bring in your face, kind of narrow it down a little bit there. And then I go from, can you see, like from where my ear is, kind of like angling to the corner of your lip, but you don't go past the outside edge of your eye. Don't go past there. It's gonna look like you've got some sort of racing stripe. All we're trying to do with a contour is kind of give us a little bit of an illusion of cheekbones back here. So it's just a little bit. And if you want to, you can go down the side of your nose. That's another place that you can, that some ladies like to do some little contouring. And if you can also go kind of right underneath your jawline. Now, if this is scaring you, this is something you can absolutely skip, but it is a great option for you. I always blend this one first because this is the one that makes me the most nervous about it staying. And I'm using the same brush I used for my foundation here. But a shadow brush would work, or even your fingers. But look, see how I now have like a little bit more of a defined jawline? And I didn't even have to do like sit-ups to get that. And then I'm gonna softly blend this, and I'm kind of just making my brush go in the same direction as my shadow. And I'll do this one. I don't have, like, if you have a very thin kind of regal nose already, you probably don't need that, but I kind of have farmer features. Everything's a little bit kind of flat and rounded, so there we go. Okay, so then that is, there, see I have a little bit of definition, and that's not too crazy. So now we've used the shadow for concealing and we've used it for contouring. This is my favorite part under there. I always think that makes such a difference on my face, but I have a very soft jaw. Like I don't have like a defined jawline. So that on me, I feel like makes a little bit of a difference. So here's a cool thing about the shadows too, girls, is that they are all packed with seneplex. So they still are gonna help you speed up cell turnover, and they're actually benefiting your skin. So women who've been using them for a while have seen a decreasing in crepiness and sagginess on their eyelids. So it's actually treating the areas that you're using it as well, which I just think is awesome. So girls that are here, did you decide, do you want me to do like a pinky kind of look, or do you want me to do like a cool, like more of a warmer fall look today? Did you pick yet? I can't tell if my comments are going. It's always so hard. Or are you just being nice to me and letting me, or maybe it's not nice, I don't know. You're letting me decide. While you're letting me decide, what I'm gonna do is my eyebrows. And so warm is Jocelyn's vote. Okay. Colors that are great for your brows are smoked topaz, mocha java. Some girls, if you have very dark brows, you could even go with onyx, but I always suggest going lighter than you actually think. But I'm gonna use mocha java shimmer. I did this the other day and it seemed to work really well. It wasn't quite as deep as mocha java. And so this is great. You know, it's going to be smudge proof and budge proof. It's not going to go anywhere. And it just lets me fill in my brows just a little bit. Super versatile. I always think it makes a big difference. Good morning, Katie. You're one of the ones that said you wanted to see all the ways we could use it. So I already used Candlelight as my concealer around my nose, and I've used Mocha Java here under my jawline, a little bit up here, and on the side of my nose to make me look a little less like I was heading out in the farm today, but I actually enjoy farms, so maybe I should keep my wider nose. But anyway. And now I'm using a little bit of Mocha Java Shimmer, which just happens to be the color that seems to, in the summer, kind of blend the nicest with my natural brow color. But don't be scared of smoked topaz. That kind of grayish color works on so many brow types, or mix Mocha Java and smoked topaz. And then after you do that, and girls, obviously, this is not what I would normally do on like a Wednesday morning when the kids have school. But I did want to show you all the different things you could do. It seems like a great idea at night, you know, but then when your alarm goes off at 5:45, I'm like, what was I thinking? I was thinking I love you ladies, I guess. So, okay, so now I did the brows. Obviously have to get a little bit more going on here. All right, Jocelyn picks warm. All right, so let me, Katie, you actually did this the other day. You used Copper Rose Shimmer. I am going to use Pink Posy as my blush. It is an amazing color. Pink Posy, Mulberry, Copper Rose Shimmer. The Pink Hibiscus Shimmer is amazing on your cheeks. Lava Shimmer works out pretty well. Shell Glitter as a highlight. Like, there's so many of them that can work on this part of your face as well. And I am not exact with this. I kind of take a couple dots and I put this is now, can you see that this is higher up on my face than my contour was? You want to keep it above it. And then I just use my blush brush. Give it a little smile so you can figure out where those apples of your cheeks are, and then blend it back in towards your hairline. And then I always try to tie things together, so whatever is left I kind of dust it across my nose and a little bit up on my forehead under my chin. I don't know, on my chest. I'm just trying to get rid of it. I don't want to waste it. But isn't that a pretty natural color? You could always, you know, punch it up a little bit more, add a little bit more on the apples of your cheeks if you want. But I think that this is such a natural color. In fact, of the blush colors that we have, this is probably, Pink Posy is probably on me the most natural flush, and it's not even a blush, it's a shadow color. So I do adore that one. And then I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting, and I'm going to use Copper Rose Shimmer, and I'm going to use sandstone pearl shimmer. So I'm gonna stick a little sandstone pearl back here on my cheekbones. And I'm going to put a little bit of the copper rose just to kind of get a little bit of that glitter. Because I can and it's fun. And I'm gonna quick blend those together. And now I have, because you girls know I like my pearlizer. So if I take pearlizer out of the equation in the morning, that kind of throws me off. But that's pretty. You see my little shimmer there. So now I've got all sorts of, here's a little sandstone pearl shimmer down the center, a little bit of down the center of my nose as a highlighter. I can do the Cupid's bow in here. And I will do the center of my eye. I think I'm gonna hold on that just a second and I'm gonna go back to it. And now we can do the eyes. Any questions about the cheeks though? So far we've used shadow for concealer, contouring. We've used it, I used Pink Posy, and then I used Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and Copper Rose on the cheekies. And I used Mocha Java Shimmer on my brows. So we're making some tracks with these shadows today and doing a pretty nice job. All right, so then let me come up with my favorite warm color shadow combo. Now, tomorrow night, I'm gonna do a basic, easy beginner shadow look with my mom. And she's like, it was her idea. She was like, you should do one with me to show people how easy it can be, but she doesn't know what to do with her shadows. And so she's like, you should come over and show me how to do shadows on the camera. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do the most basic shadow look, just like a 2-color thing. But then like I showed you this week in our schedule, I'm gonna show you so many other different tricks. But right now I am very sort of loosely taking Copper Rose Shimmer all over my lid and kind of around the tear duct there. And that color for me is almost running out, so I could easily just apply it right from the wand. And if I want to soften that color a little bit, I can absolutely dab it with a shadow brush, or if you like the intensity, you can build it. Oh, not a problem. Have a beautiful day, Tara. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go back in with my Pink Posy, and I'm going to add a little bit of a contrast color. So what I'm gonna do is just take it right off of my tube like this, because I don't wanna have too much here. And what I'm gonna do is just take this and go back and forth in my crease. The secret to these, well, one of the secrets to these cream to powder shadows is that until they set, they can all still move around. Once they set, they are there and they're not going anywhere. But if you try to put another color on too soon, you kind of smear it all together. So make sure that first color set a little bit before you go back in with your second color. So this one, what I'm gonna do is just kind of go back and forth above the eye socket. And then I'm gonna tap it on the corner of the outside edge of the lid, just for a little bit of extra definition. And I'm not gonna go crazy with high drama eyes here on a Wednesday morning where I'm not gonna actually see anybody except my children. But I am seeing you girls, you all want that high drama eye look. So that's what I will work on that for you, for sure. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of my Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and I'm gonna work that in right underneath my brow and kind of blend it back down. And that's gonna just soften everything and tie it all together. So now I've got all this really nice kind of warmness going on there. But what's kind of cool, and if any of you saw my Instagram stories, or I sometimes put them in our Face Forward stories, I love to use the same color on my eye and then kind of put something similar on my face. I know that some people are far more adventurous with their makeup than that, but for me, it ties everything together and I just know that it's going to work and look nice. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is taking my Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, which is just such a multi-purpose product, and I'm putting it in the corner of my eyes just to give me a little bit of a wake up there, and then that kind of ties all of my highlighting together. And I do feel like I need, I'm gonna tap a little bit of rose gold glitter on. Optional step, but putting a highlighter color in the center of your eyes can be a lot of fun. Rose gold glitter is a great one. Lava shimmer would have looked awesome in this little collection as well. Those of you who have rose gold glitter, don't spread it, tap it. But if you spread it, the glitter tends to fall. But if you just kind of tap it on there, you're gonna end up with a little bit of sparkle, just enough, and just kind of like when you blink, it's like a little surprise, which I always like. All right, let's get a little liner on here because we're doing it up. So I'm gonna use Garnet. Another great liner color is Onyx. Smoked Topaz works well. Denim is gorgeous if you're doing a cooler color look. And don't rule out any of the bright colors. The Palm Glitter or Tropical Orchid or Pink Hibiscus. Any of you girls that grab those teals, purples, and pinks, they are amazing eyeliners, and I'll show you that on Sunday. But in the meantime, start playing. So I love to do my liner, if I'm doing an actual liner, I love a brush that's shaped like this. And then what I do is, I don't know where to look. I don't know if I look here or in my mirror. I kind of get right underneath my lashes and I just kind of tap it in there. Now I had a lot on my brush, so give me just a second. I'm just gonna take another, while it's still wet, just take a smaller brush and kind of drag that out. I like to have a really thin line underneath. And so I take this right up against my lash line, as close as I can. And if you want to soften it, just use another smaller brush or your fingertip. And you can kind of gently go back and forth over it. Sometimes that's a neat trick. You know, work it in right to your base of your lashes and then soften that line a little bit. Then after you have mascara on, no one can really tell if you have liner on, or is that just, you know, you just have really thick lashes. That's kind of a nice little thing. I have to pull my lid. I'm sorry, girls. And then I love just working this right down by my lash line, especially for an everyday look. I just keep it right down there as tight as I can get it. And again, what's so awesome about this is this liner isn't going anywhere and these shadows aren't going anywhere. So if I have to run kids to dance or soccer or open houses tonight, I know that this is still 100% going to be on. So even though it's kind of a little, some extra steps in the morning, it's totally worth it. And for those of you who are working out of the house, it's just great because you know you're gonna do your makeup. What you have to bring in your bag for touch-up basically consists of gloss. You know, like you need to take some gloss with you and you can touch up throughout the day, or like the powder. I love having the powder with me. So there, now I've got some liner, I've got my shadows. Now this isn't technically, I actually saw some girl that did put Onyx on her lashes, which is kind of awesome, but I don't know that I want to experiment with that today, but somebody can give it a try and let me know. I'm going to put on this is the ShadowSense, which is the lash builder. Totally optional step, but man, Akati girls, this stuff makes me feel like I have false lashes. A little bit ago, a friend was having just like a Facebook party, but for red aspen lashes. And for some reason, I thought that I was going to become some sort of person that put on lashes. So here's the trick. Here's the thing about me. I can't do it. I can't do fake lashes. They are kind of cool when you get them on, like for a special occasion. I can't handle it. It was like spiders on my face. You'd think maybe I could do it, but no, I absolutely could not. And I have a drawer full of them. But the couple times I did it, I was like, wow, that's really cool. And like got some compliments. Then I got the ShadowSense and was doing the mascara with the ShadowSense. Sorry, I was about to put shadow on. And people started asking me if I did have on fake lashes. And I was like, why no, but you're my favorite person. Okay, so there's my ShadowSense. And this is just brown mascara. And the mascara, I just kind of lump this in with the shadows. Again, except I shoved it in my eye because I'm talking to you. It lasts all day long. It doesn't flake. It doesn't run. I have swam this summer in the ocean and in the pools with this stuff on, and I don't come out with raccoon eyes. I don't come out with, it doesn't come off until I decide to take it off. It really is kind of amazing. So I can't recommend it enough. And I do feel like my lashes look longer, and they seem healthier. They seem kind of happy. Spider eyes, right? You should see these things. Wait, they're right here. Since it's just us, Kate, let's talk. Let me show you one of the big ones. Look at these suckers. I don't even think that's the biggest one. Oh, here, look at that. Can you imagine? Look, can you imagine that on my eyes? Blink, blink. It was one of those things that I put them on and I'm like, who do you think you are? Take that off right now. You're wearing elastic pants. Yeah. Anyway, it was a small error in judgment. You should see some of these girls rock them though. It really, I mean, if you can do it and you can figure out how to do it, somebody should tell me how. It would be fun, like for a special occasion. I can't handle that stuff every day. But those girls they were wearing them every day. I'm like, you get up at like 4 a.m.? How do you make this happen? And I realize this whole makeup thing looks like it's taking super long because I'm talking to you. But honestly, girls, this isn't that far off from what I do. Maybe not the brows. This isn't too far off from what I would do on the regular. And I usually, like this is like a 10-minute process for me normally. And I have a 5-minute makeup routine, you know, if I'm in a pinch. Yeah, but look at those lashes. I mean, it's not a spider or anything, but that could be a good thing, lack of spider. I could advertise it that way. No spider eyes. I don't know, Kate. It's just you and me now. But I heard, I've never done it, but I've heard that you can use it as a shadow or as a lip color. So what I thought I would do, hello again, Luna. Would you like to stay this time? No? I mean, it looks like I'm talking to myself, but really it's the dog. Which is essentially talking to yourself because it's not as though she's going to talk back. Oh, she decided to come in. So what I thought I would do is put cappuccino down and then a shadow. Because cappuccino is not going to give me much color. And then, what if I do a little, I think I'm going to kind of like play around with Pink Posy and Copper Rose Shimmer. I don't know the classy way to do this, so I'm just going to like, I'm just going to paint it on my lips. Yo, everybody. What do you think? Holy cow, that shadow's on my lips, yo. I'm gonna put a little Copper Rose in the center just to see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna give it a second to dry. Good morning, gorgeous Julie. This is shadow all over my face day. Goodbye, Luna, thanks for visiting. She wasn't impressed. Anyway, give me a second, because when this dries, I'm going to put the cappuccino on top to kind of seal it in. But it is a full face of shadow. That's not too shabby, right? So, whole big shadow look. There we go. Kind of seal that in. And then I'll get some gloss on there in a second. So to recap, for anyone who joined later or who is watching again, I did do my foundation. I did Silk and I did Cafe a Lot as my foundation. Then I used Mocha Java here and under my jawline and up here as and here as contour. I used Candlelight as a concealer, and I just used my kind of this fluffy shadow brush, and I did a little bit under my eyes, around my nose and my chin, the areas where I get a little red. And I also used it to prime my eyelids. And if you were gonna use a shadow, a powder shadow, put one of our colors down first, and then you can top with a little bit of a powder shadow, and you're gonna get a little bit more longevity. I used Pink Posy and what did I use on my cheeks, Katie? Pink Posy and Copper Rose Shimmer on my cheeks. And I use, hi Mariah, all shadows on the face today. And then I used Copper Rose Shimmer on the lid, Pink Posy for transition, Sandstone Pearl Shimmer at the top, and I put a little bit of Rose Gold Glitter in the center. Eyes, I did Mocha Java Shimmer for the brows, and I used Garnet as my liner, and I used Pink Posy and Copper Rose Shimmer with Cappuccino for the lippies. And let me just get a warm colored gloss in here. What about Rose gloss? That would be good, wouldn't it? Let's do that. I am like one neutral bunny today. There we go. That is the first time I've ever done the lips, so I'll let you know how that holds up. But, you know, it might have been more of a party trick, but still kind of cool. So the shadows are awesome. Again, they don't budge off or smudge off the same as the lipstick. So everything you put on your face is gonna last through everything you do during the day. So with that, I have no idea what time it is, but it is picture day for my girls. And so I need to get them up and make them look not like they slept in a nest of bees. I'm gonna plug in the old curling iron, sitting here ready, and I'm gonna do that. And then if anyone feels the need to petition schools on my behalf to not make picture day the first week or two of school, like give us a month to figure out our schedule, that would be great, because this is hard stuff, yo. But that is it, girls. Welcome to Shadow Week. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you for watching today, and I will put all the colors that I did, that I used in the comments after I get the kids. Yeah, I wanna see your finished look, Katie. You're the one that did Copper Rose on your cheeks first, so don't act like this is beyond you. This is like right in your wheelhouse, so let me see it, girl. All right, have an awesome day, ladies. Mwah.